2024년 11월 29일 영어 공부를 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 음, 음,
Many parks. They.
Sorry?
They.
Day,
Taxi.
taxi,
Night.
night,
Closed.
Inside this mall.
이 쇼핑몰 안.
Clean.
Clean. Oh no, the library is closed. Library are usually open on the weekend.
Mats.
Mats. The library
Library.
is closed today, but there are many libraries in Busan.
There is a famous cafe inside this park. The cafe is in front of a museum too.
That's not a library. Else. Us. That's not a library. Else.
Sorry?
That's not a library.
That's a not.
Us. Else.
That's
not a library.
That's not a library.
That's not a library.
What?
That's not a library. That's not a library.
That's not a library. 저것은 도서관이 아니야.
Else.
Us. 우리.
Else.
That's else. That else not library.
Us.
Us. Okay. Us. Inside this mall. Inside.
Are there many airports in New York?
Many.
Messy. Many.
Inside this park.
Go to Toronto. Trains.
Do you like old libraries?
나는 오래된 도서관을 좋아해.
That. Us.
That's my
favorite.
cafe. Oh no, the library is closed. Closed now. There is very famous. There is a famous library. That's a very famous library. That's
Us.
very famous library. What? That's a famous library.
Famous.
정말 유명한.
아.
That's very famous library.
That's a very famous library.
$299 days. How many do I have?
Golf.
Elf.
May.
Hot dog.
Closed.
There are many people in New York today.
오늘 뉴욕에 사람들이 많이 있다. Wow, many people live in New York. Let's go to your favorite cafe.
Can you take a photo of this museum for me? Can you take a photo of this museum for me?
저를 위해서 이 박물관 take a photo of this 박물관 사진 찍어 주실 수 있나요? My family always eat hot dogs in New
In,
York. Let's go
to.
to my favorite restaurant.
This is a photo of the park. Love. Of.
Of
Oh, there's the river. Do you want to take a photo in front of this tree? Little,
little.
little.
Do you like hot dogs?
Well, this hot dog is delicious.
Logs,
Logs.
logs.
I have to buy hot dogs. Hat. Hot.
Hot.
Look, there's the zoo.
There's the zoo.
This
Hot dog
dog
is so delicious. There's the river. There's the
People
river.
usually visit this zoo on the weekend.
People usually visit this zoo on the weekend. People usually visit this zoo on the weekend. Can you take a photo? Can you take a photo on this museum for me? Yep. Can you take a photo of this museum for me?
Look, that building is not tall.
Use.
I like old universities.
오래된 대학교를 좋아해.
What's that?
The bus stop is between the bank and the library.
버스 정류장, 은행, library, 도서관 있어. Anna, where is your university?
That building is really tall.
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 Call.
Look, that's my grandma's university. That tall building is very famous. There is a famous library nearby, too.
There are many famous universities in New York. That university is beautiful. My apartment is between I don't know, between I don't know, between no, yeah, between okay, between. Are there many universities in this city? I want to visit your university today. What's that?
What that?
What's that building?
What's that building?
That tall building is famous.
저 높은 빌딩은 유명해. Is there a zoo between between 대학교들은
are
university
universities. Famous.
famous? Are those university famous?
My
Okay.
apartment is between the park and the museum.
Between the park and the museum. My apartment is between a bank and the museum. My apartment is between the park and the museum.
Are
Are
those
those university
university
famous?
famous?
What's the address of that university?
What's that?
What's that? Of the.
What's that?
What's the address of that university?
What's the address?
Of that.
What's the
The
address
of
of the
that
university?
University.
What's the address of the university? Can you take a photo of this museum for me? Are those university famous?
I really like these two cities.
I really like
I really like these two cities.
these two cities. 정말 유명한 도시야.
That
That's a very famous library.
What's the address of that university?
저 대학교 주소가 어떻게 돼? My apartment between the park and the museum.
is New York the most famous city in America?
Is New York the most famous city in America? 뉴욕은 미국에서 가장 유명한 도시인가요?
Is New York the most famous city in America?
Is
The-
the New York
New York.
famous
Famous in
in America?
America.
No. Is this New York the famous city
In America. In
in
America.
New York?
Is New York the most famous city in America?
Most
Ci-
famous.
famous.
Is the New York most famous? Most famous.
Famous.
City in
America.
America?
Is New York the most famous city in America?
Is the New York?
America.
Is the New York?
Is New York the most famous Is New York the most famous city in America?
Is New the famous city in
America.
America? Oh no.
In
Most famous city in America.
Is New York the most famous city in America? Are those universities famous?
Are those famous universities?
Are those universities famous?
Are those famous? No.
Famous.
Are those
Universities
universities? Yes, famous. building, university, subway,
Gift
shop, hall,
building,
building, young,
Gift shop.
gift shop,
university,
university, Tuesday,
Grandma.
grandma,
tall,
tall,
guitar,
guitar, country,
piano,
piano,
subway,
subway, next, soccer,
piano,
Grandma.
university,
Father. Coat.
guitar,
car,
building,
soccer,
How.
how,
Gift
gift
shop.
shop,
Often.
often,
Like.
like,
Subway.
Next, mother.
Wow.
Tuesday, young.
tall,
mom, country. Closed,
gas,
yes,
Hot
hot
dog.
dog, animal, fast,
meat,
Weekend.
meat, weekend,
Table.
table,
Closed.
closed, gas,
What?
what, animal,
July,
July, bathroom, soda,
Popcorn.
popcorn,
Hot dog.
hot dog, fast,
musician,
bathroom,
What?
Gas,
tire,
tire, blouse,
really,
Closed.
closed, dad,
soda,
soda,
airport,
Hot
hot
dog.
dog,
Animal. Popcorn.
table, bathroom,
July,
here,
Fast.
meat,
weekend.
subway,
Subway,
don't worry, information center,
information center, hot dog.
This is the most famous building in New York.
This is most famous building in New York. 여기는 뉴욕에서 가장 유명한 빌딩이야.
When?
When?
Is New York the most famous city in America?
뉴욕은 미국에서 가장 유명한 도시인가요? Excuse me, what's the address of your apartment? Lisa, where's the subway station?
Nervous.
Nervous.
where's the zoo?
동물원이 어디 있어? Let's go to the gift shop. I have to buy presents for my sister.
Can I buy a shirt at the gift shop? Gift.
Gifts.
We can take the subway. The subway station is near here. What's the address of the museum? Let's go to the gift shop tonight. Gift.
Let's go to the most famous restaurant in Seoul.
서울에서 가장 유명한 식당에 가자. Do you like do you take the subway? Where's the
bus
stop?
This is the most famous park in Los Angeles.
여기는 로스앤젤레스에서 가장 유명한 공원. Yeah. What's the address
of
the restaurant?
My return flight was delayed by 2 hours.
My return flight was delayed by 2 hours. My return flight was delayed by 2
My
hours.
return flight was delayed by 4 hours.
My return flight was delayed by 4 hours.
돌아오는 비행기가 30분 지연되었어.
My return flight was delayed by 30 minutes.
My return flight was delayed by 30 minutes.
30
돌아오는
minutes.
비행기가 1시간 지연되었어.
My return flight was delayed by an hour.
My return flight was delayed by an hour. 돌아오는 비행기가 5시간 지연되었어.
My return flight was delayed by 5 hours.
My return flight was delayed by 5 hours. 돌아오는 비행기가 6시간 지연되었어.
My return flight was delayed by 6 hours.
My return flight was delayed by 6 hours. 돌아오는 비행기가 30분 지연되었어.
My return flight was delayed by 30 minutes.
My return flight was delayed by 30 minutes. 돌아오는 비행기가 2시간 지연되었어.
My return flight was delayed by 2 hours.
My return flight was delayed by 2 hours. I missed my connecting flight.
I missed my connecting flight. I missed my connecting flight.
I missed my return flight.
I missed my return flight.
나 갈아타는 비행기를 놓쳤어.
I missed my connecting flight.
I missed my connecting flight. 나 갈아타는 비행기를 놓쳤어.
I missed my connecting flight. I missed
I
my
missed my
connecting
connecting
flight.
flight. 나
I missed my
돌아오는
connecting
비행기를
flight.
놓쳤어.
I missed my return flight.
I missed my return flight. 나 돌아오는 비행기를 놓쳤어.
I missed my return flight.
I missed my return flight. 나 갈아타는 비행기를 놓쳤어.
I missed my connecting flight.
I missed my connecting flight. 나 돌아오는 비행기를 놓쳤어.
I missed my return flight.
I missed my return flight. I ended up staying overnight in Paris.
I ended up staying overnight in Paris. I ended up staying
We ended up
overnight.
sleeping at the airport.
We ended up sleeping at the airport.
우리는 결국 다른 곳으로 가는 비행기를 탔어.
We ended up catching a flight to somewhere else.
We ended up catching a flight to somewhere else. 나는 결국 뉴욕에서 하룻밤을 머물렀어.
I ended up staying overnight in New York.
I ended up staying overnight in New York. 나는 결국 다른 비행기표를 샀어.
I ended up buying. I ended up buying another flight ticket.
I ended up buying another flight ticket. 우리는 결국 샌프란시스코에서 하룻밤을 머물렀어.
We ended up staying overnight in San Francisco.
We ended up staying overnight in San Francisco. 나는 결국 뉴욕에서 하룻밤을 머물렀어.
I ended up staying in New York overnight in New York.
I ended up staying overnight in New York. 우리는 결국 공항에서 잠을 잤어.
We ended up sleeping in the airport.
We ended up sleeping at
the
the
airport.
airport. 나 갈아타는 비행기를 놓쳤어.
I missed my connecting flight.
I missed my connecting flight. 돌아오는 비행기가 30분 지연되었어.
My return flight was delayed by 30 minutes.
My return flight was delayed by 30 minutes.
minutes.
우리는 결국 공항에서 잠을 잤어.
We ended up sleeping at the airport.
We ended up sleeping at the airport. 나 돌아오는 비행기를 놓쳤어.
I missed my return flight.
I missed my return flight.
I missed my
우리는
return
결국
flight.
다른 곳으로 가는 비행기를 탔어.
We ended up catching another a flight to somewhere else.
We ended up catching a flight to somewhere else. 돌아오는 비행기가 6시간 지연되었어.
My return flight was delayed by 6 hours.
My return flight was delayed by 6 hours. 나는 결국 뉴욕에서 하룻밤을 머물렀어.
I ended up staying overnight in the New York.
I ended up staying overnight in New York.
In New York.
What happened to your flight?
What happened to your flight? My return flight was delayed by an hour. My return flight was delayed by an hour.
So what happened to your connecting flight?
I missed my connecting flight. I missed my connecting flight.
What did you do?
Ended up sleeping at overnight in New York. I ended up staying overnight in New York.
Did you catch your connecting flight?
No, I missed my connecting flight.
Oh no. So what did you do?
What did you do? We ended up sleeping at the airport. We ended up sleeping at the airport.
How was the flight back?
I missed my return flight. I missed my return flight.
Maybe air travel isn't for you.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
thought you were coming back on Thursday.
I missed my return flight.
What?
What?
How did that happen?
How did that happen? I missed my alarm. I missed my alarm.
That sounds like a costly mistake.
That's no mistake.
Did you get back okay?
My return flight was delayed by 2 hours.
So what did you do?
We ended up catching flight to somewhere else. I ended up I ended up catching a flight to somewhere else. 오늘은 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 공부 열심히 하시고 빠지지 마시고 꾸준히 하십시오.